right, everybody, listen, every week we are so happy when Mike Randall brings us back a Yelp for Help story from the SPCA. Yelp for Help is basically an opportunity for you to give direct donations so the SPCA can get medical help for the animals that they would like to set up for adoption or to be freed if they're wild animals. So yourspca.org is a wonderful opportunity for you to do that directly. Now this morning we have on Barbara Haney, who is the Yelp for Help. Well, actually, you are the wildlife director for the SPCA.
That's right.
But Barbara, you see the good that Yelp for Help does.
Yes, and Linda, right now we're in the middle of a Yelp for Help challenge. So every dollar that is donated is matched.
Oh,
so this is a great time to donate, and you can go to our website. But yeah, the wildlife department is a little different. We do have a hospital. We take in 3,000 wild animals a year.
Amazing.
They're sick or injured. We get them rehabilitated, and our goal is to get them back out into the wild.
Right, and look at how many,
creatures
are brought to
there's
you.
some screech owls. In fact, one of those screech owls we could not rehabilitate, and he is a educational animal. And we do presentations out in the community with these non-releasable educational animals. And this one guy also helps some of our animals that are trying to get back into the wild. He fosters them and helps them along. Yeah. And so Thomas, who has met hundreds of children in libraries and at schools, I bring him out to all different places, and you can find that information as well. But and we'll talk about the animals as well when we get out there. But more importantly, we're driving a mission. The SPCA has been around for 150 years.
Wonderful.
Not too many organizations can say that can say that they've been around for 150 years. And our mission has driven us that entire 150 years. And the mission is to create a kinder, more caring community for all creatures. And that includes humans as well. And so what these animals can do is they can help us to learn how to have a little empathy, compassion. When I bring a wild animal out to meet some children, I ask them, you know, this animal might freak out. And what should we do if we see this animal freak out? Well, we can find our calm. And we begin to realize that as we calm down and as we're kinder, we can influence our community.
What a great thing to have children think about.
And they can see it directly with an animal, that if we start to calm down, we're going to help that animal calm down. We can directly influence by changing our attitudes. So it's you know, that helps in that mission, getting that mission out. And you know, we are so lucky in Buffalo. We're the community of good neighbors, right? And for 150 years, we've cared about animals. We bring dogs and cats from all over the country to be adopted right here because people care. And now we're starting to even expand when we're in our new building.
I was going to ask how the new space is working out.
The wildlife department is just really highlighted. We've been in a very small closet in the garage, and so now we're highlighting that wildlife department, and you'll be able to see some of the good works that we do. And now when we expand and as we go into the next 150 years, we're going to start looking at how do we decrease conflict between humans and wildlife going forward.
So wise. And that's exactly, you know, we love living where we live and having wildlife around us. We don't understand how that impacts that, you know.
That's right.
And it can be a negative impact. So how do we live, how do we coexist with the wildlife that we love, you know, around us in Western New York?
Well, unfortunately, I would say almost all of those 3,000 animals that come to us that are sick or injured, it is due to human impact. Just by being human, by having the buildings that we do, by driving the cars, we are influencing wildlife. It's just a result of what we do. But we can start to look at what are the things that we do. For instance, when I was a kid, and when you were a kid too, probably there weren't, we never saw bald eagles. No. We barely saw red-tailed hawks.
Right.
We made a decision to change a practice, which was to not use DDT, and that really is what has brought back these animals to Buffalo, New York. We have peregrine falcons that now are at the Statler and at the Buffalo Terminal, and that is a direct result of an action that we took, deciding that we were going to care about these animals. And so those are some things we can do on a big level, and we can do things on a small level too. We can can plant a butterfly bush in our garden, and that helps to encourage butterflies to be in our area. You know, butterflies and bees are in danger right now. So there's little things we can do, and there's great big things we can do, but not to be overwhelmed by it, but to just do one small thing, I think, is a great, it makes an impact. If we all do one small thing, we're going to make a difference.
Well, we love the stories, and we love it when Mike also does the stories on the wildlife, because it does remind us that the SPCA is helping so much wildlife. But what we want to do, everybody, is really, we love this Yelp for Help program, because you see right there where it says yourspca.org, that is where you can directly make a donation and help all those animals continue to get the rehabilitation and the medical care they need to eventually, if it's a wild animal, be returned to the wild, or if it's a domestic animal, help them along so they can go ahead and get adopted. It's what we do here in Western New York, and it's certainly what Barbara Haney does every day as the wildlife director over at the SPCA. So enjoy your new space.
Oh, it's my honor. I can't wait to get there.
And thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, Linda.
And remember out there, spread the word to you and your kids. And remember, if they really want to do something for an organization that's really going to appreciate it, yourspca.org.